Hi, today we are going to go over this question. So I have three cats, Fred, Gary and Harry. When I weigh Fred and Gary, they come to 12 kgs more than Harry. When I weigh Gary and Harry, they weigh 8 kgs more than Fred. And when I weigh Fred and Harry, they weigh 14 kgs more than Gary. And we need to find what is the combined weight of all three cats. So it would be really useful for this question to write all the information as three equations. So from the first sentence, we can form this as a mathematical equation, because I know that Fred plus Gary's weight equals 12 kgs plus the weight of Harry. So I can write this first statement, highlighted green, as F plus G equals 12 plus H, the letters being the short form for the names. And similarly, from the second sentence, we can form another equation. So here we have Gary and Harry. So G plus H equals 8 kgs more than Fred. So 8 plus F, because whatever the weight of Fred at 8 kgs more gives us the sum of weight of Gary and Harry. So that's how we form the second equation. And form the third equation, we look at the third sentence, highlighted purple. When I weigh Fred and Harry, they weigh 14 kgs more than Gary. So I can write this as F plus H equals 14 plus G. Now we need to find the combined weight. So it is very easy to find the combined weight. What is slightly more tricky is to find individual weights of all three cats. We are going to do both. So first, I'm going to show how we find the combined weight of all three cats. Okay, so it's very simple. We just add all the equations together. So on the left hand side, we add all the equations from the left hand side of the equal to sign. So F plus G, for simplicity I put brackets here so that it's easier to see. It's from the first equation, F plus G plus H, it's from the second equation here, and plus F plus H from the third equation, and equals to 12 plus H from the first equation, 8 plus F from the second equation here, and finally 14 plus G from the third equation. So I've added all three equations together, and now on the second step we note, here on the second line, we note that we have 2 F's, 2 G's and 2 H on the left hand side. So I write 2 brackets F plus G plus H. So that's a combined weight of all three cats times 2 equals, when I add all the numbers together, which is 12 plus 8 plus 14, I get 34. So that's equal to 34 plus all the letters, which are repeating only once. So that's the combined weight of all three cats, H plus F plus G. And on the third step, I subtract the combined weight from both sides of the equation. So twice the combined weight minus the combined weight equals 34. So that means the combined weight is equal to 34. So now we know that the combined weight of all three cats is 34. And now moving on to more challenging part, which could also be asked, which is to find the weight of all three cats. We can do that as well, because we have 3 equations and 3 unknowns. When we have same number of equations and same number of unknowns, we can find the value of each. Okay, so let's look at the first equation, highlighted green, which is F plus G equals 12 plus H. So from the first equation, I'm going to replace F. So that's why I put F in brackets over here. So if I subtract H from both sides, I bring H to this side of the equation, so that becomes minus H. So here I have F plus G minus H equals 12. And note from the second equation, highlighted blue, we have that F equals G plus H minus 8, bringing 8 to the left hand side of the equation. So we know the value of F, and we are going to replace that in the first equation here. So instead of f in the brackets, I'm going to write g plus h minus 8. So that is equal to f plus g minus h equals 12. So compare this with the second equation over here. So this is exactly same. We just replaced f by its value, which is from the second equation we derive that f equals g plus h minus 8. Now from here we are going to solve this big equation, simplify this. So we can see that we have 2g's, so 2g minus 8, and luckily the h cancels out because plus h minus h is 0, equals 12. So now we have a much simpler equation, which is just 2g minus 8 equals 12, and there's only one unknown in this equation, so we can simply solve this. So on the left hand side we have 2g equals, we're going to bring 8 to the right hand side, that becomes 12 plus 8, or in other words adding 8 to both sides. So 8 cancels out on the left side and adds to the right hand side, which is, now we get 12 plus 8 being 20. So 2g equals 20. 2 times what equals 20? That means g is equal to 10. And you can also do 20 divided by 2 to find g. Okay, so now we know the weight of Gary, and that is 10. So from this we can simplify the equation for f. So remember, f was g plus h minus 8 from here. So now we know g, we know what g is, so instead of g I'm going to write 10. So that is 10 plus h minus 8, and 10 minus 8 is 2, so that simplifies to 2 plus h. Now the equation of f is written in a simpler form, just being 2 plus h. So now we look at the third equation highlighted purple, which is here, f plus h equals 14 plus g. So now I bring g to the left hand side and write this as f plus h minus g equals 14. So that is rearranging this equation, and I put f in brackets just to remind that we are going to replace f with its value in terms of h, so that f is equal to 2 plus h, this value over here, so this bit is f, plus h as it is, minus g, which is 10, equals 14. So here we have 2h, because there are 2 of them here on this side of the equation, 2h, and then on the number side we have 2 minus 10, which is minus 8. So on the left hand side we have 2h minus 8 equals, right hand side stays 14. And then next we add 8 on both sides, so we have 2h equals 14 plus 8, which is 22. And now dividing both sides by 2, we get that h equals 11. Okay, so now we know the value of h, and therefore we can simplify f. So what f is, that is 2 plus h, that's equal to 2 plus 11, which is 13. So we know the value of f as well. So now we know all three values. The weight of Fred is 13 kgs, weight of Gary is 10 kgs, and the weight of Harry is 11 kgs. So we know all of their weights, and we can double check our answer, which we got before, the combined weight being 34, using the simple method of adding all three equations together. So we can also, now we know the individual weights, we can find the combined weight this way as well. So f plus g plus h equals 13, because the weight of Fred is 13. Similarly, that g is Gary's weight 10, and h is the Harry's weight, which is 11. So 13 plus 10 plus 11 is 34. So that does give us the answer. that the combined weight of all three cats is 34, and that's what we got before. Great. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope you found the solution interesting.